It's only a matter of time.
I really hope not, but at the same time, I know it would be. All right.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Good morning. We are back. Hello.
This time with feeling.
Yes. All right. And
Yeah.
I figured out chat, so like hopefully I can read chat at the same time. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Whew.
All right. Cool. Let's go, y'all. We're here. We're live, and we are ready to begin chatting about the morning.
Yeah. Morning, Matthew. How you doing today?
You find it interesting. Most of our viewers aren't actually even remotely close to our time, so we call it a morning stream. But for everyone, we are probably approaching the nice hours of the afternoon, evening.
Yeah. From what I can tell, a lot of our streamers are from not streamers. Wow. Hi. I am still waking up.
As you can tell, we are both getting up right now.
Yeah, no. From what I can tell, a lot of our viewers are from the other side of the world. I'm not gonna do geography right now, so I'm just gonna say the other side.
That's perfect. That works.
Where a lot of them like to watch more VTuber stuff. So yeah, Asia. Yeah, that's the place. I I passed geography.
Smooth moves.
All
Also,
right.
what's up, Matthew? Good morning. How's your day been? Oh my gosh.
Anyway, now you may be wondering, why did we decide to do this an hour early and on a Friday? Well, simple answer for both of them. Amber fucked up. Uh, I got
Yes, Matt.
overzealous. Sorry?
Don't worry about it. Go on.
Oh, well, thank you for making us one of the few, Matthew. Um, Speaking about VTubers, I didn't know how conscious I would be today, so I did start working on this yesterday, and I think Landon already saw it. It's the redesign of Amber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because apparently, and I do have a tendency to do this, I make things overly detailed and accidentally, how do I say this? Create an uncanny feel unintentionally. So, hi. Um, but no, yeah, what am I saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying at half the time anymore.
Excellent way to get this morning stream started. All right.
I
We
wanted to
both
try
have coffee in
something
front of us,
new,
right?
so, yes, that's why I was a few minutes late, because, like, I was waiting for the coffee brewer for like 5 minutes when you texted me, and then I looked down and I saw that there wasn't water in the Keurig.
Yo.
You know, like the little warning they give you, and I was just like, today's gonna be a great morning.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Matthew. That's why VTubers usually go cartoony. I I wanted to make sure my character, how do I say this, was not so much. Landon, help me out here. I wanted to,
You didn't want to look like a weeb.
yeah, I didn't want to look like a weeb, but at the same time, I also wanted to make sure I put effort into the design, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't want to show up with like cartoon Amber the entire time because I was fearful that it would be perceived as, oh, she didn't even try. Does that make sense? That's why I always like to use the higher detail one.
Created a VTuber model from scratch. Wow, it's like she's not even trying.
Hey, man, okay? There's this thing called self doubt, alright? I don't know
Oh,
about you, but I
oh,
suffer from it greatly. uh.
the believer said to the bishop.
Oh no. But yeah, so we are working well on Amber's redesign today. And once this is done, I will show you guys. Uh those who say that you barely try should screw themselves. Oh, thank you, Matthew, but I rather they not get off on pleasure. Uh so, get it? Screw themselves. I'm sorry, my joke meter is just dead. I didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. after eating shitty canes. Like the good college student I am.
When did I go to sleep last night? Oh god. Oh, right. I wanted to go to sleep on time last night, and then my body's like, "What is this? No, stay up till 3 instead."
Yeah, it
That
really
was
be
cool.
like that. It really be like that.
By the way, but when I say on time, I mean I tried to go to sleep at midnight.
Honestly, yeah. Oh, what do you mean, Matthew? That detailed models take less effort. I'm curious. Because you would think it's the other way around, right? You know, the shading, the hair wiggle.
I don't want to hear shit about shading right now.
Sh- like,
I could go my I could go my entire life being happy, never hearing the word shade, shaders, proper shading,
oh,
realistic shading
you
for the
game
rest of my
designer.
life.
I'm so sorry. I forgot about your trauma. I forgot that was trauma that you went through.
I I still I still see the errors compiling
Oh no, yeah,
constantly.
the errors. Oh, dude, that
Uh,
sucks.
uh, okay. I can get into this if we want, but I don't think that's how I want to start this morning stream. So
Yeah,
let's pivot this.
maybe let's do that when I have to rebuild Amber in Unity.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a good time.
And then you can laugh at me as I struggle just to set up the basic camera.
Well, I can also explain why Unity is a better thing to use if you prefer basic development or just game design in general, if as opposed to whatever the heck it is I had to use for my class.
Mm. Oh, hey, welcome!
Man, everyone sounds dead right now, based Amaranth.
Amaranth. Okay, every time I hear Amaranth, I'm just like, I imagine it's actual Amaranth coming to chat because like, it takes me a second to just realize where I am in life sometimes. And I'm like, oh my god, a big one's watching us. But no, yeah, if we were gonna do a morning stream, we're gonna do it honestly. We're not gonna come in like 5 hours awake before everyone else and be like, now we could do like a super energetic stream in the morning. Nah, man, we're gonna be realistic, okay? Landon and I both rolled out of bed, try to get a cup of coffee. Well, I try to get a cup of coffee,
No,
race
same
to
here.
stream, and then here we are now, redesigning Amber.
I
Ah.
woke up half an hour ago for the stream that was supposed to start 13 minutes ago.
I mean, it technically did start. I just never hit the go live button.
No,
I never hit the go live button, guys. I
hang
was
on. Let's be fair to yourself. You hit the go live button. You just forgot to specify to which platform.
oh, all right. Okay. Quick fun thing about streaming from OBS to YouTube. This is completely different from Twitch, from my understanding. Actually, yeah, no, it is from my understanding because I have been on both platforms. Wow. Oh shit. Um
I feel like that.
when you stream on YouTube, you have to hit go live twice. I think it's a safety measure and a precaution, which genuinely I appreciate. But um when I'm stupid, I hit only go live on OBS. And I never hit go live on YouTube. So I was just sitting here talking to Landon until he's like, "Hey, are we live yet?" And I just immediately went, "Oh shit." Da 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 da.
Yeah, I pulled up the stream, realized there wasn't a stream going through. I'm like, hold on, that's not how this works.
And then I was like, You want to run that by me again, Chief?"
Gladly.
All right.
Man. But it's chill. We here now. We here now. We've got coffee in front of us, and I can feel the weight on my eyelids lifting up a bit.
uh. Oh wait, they brought that back. A while back, you could only go live moments OBS sends the video. Well, yeah. So there is a series. You have to hit live on OBS first, and then you have to hit live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just go live in any order you want. You have to hit those two buttons in sequential order. Sequential? No, sequential. Yes, that's a
Sequentially.
word. Sequentially.
Yeah. In sequence.
Alright. Bro, I almost hit the backspace to do undo instead of Control Z.
Base. Oh my god.
Oh man. But yeah, so we're working on redesign Amber, so because I got the hint that a lot of people weren't liking this model just because it was a little too uncanny. Which is fine. I'd rather you guys tell me
I think
straight up it's like terrifying instead of being like, "No, it's fine, it's fine."
seeing the Amber drafts kind of reminds me of Slime Rancher.
Slime Rancher?
Oh, it's getting a game in 2022. Heck yeah.
Slime Rancher? Huh? What's that?
Actually, I've actually Slime Rancher's a game I've only actually ever heard of. I've never actually played.
Yeah. Um hopefully others will join us today, but I'm gonna be completely honest, guys. Kind of Landon's the only one who threw his hat in the ring and said, "Yeah, I'll join you an hour early." So you may be just stuck with the two coders today, the two nerds. I
Let's
apologize ahead of time
go.
for the jokes that we will make, laugh to ourselves, and then realize you may not know what we're saying. Um, so
Let's go, boys. The computer nerds are here. They're the only ones who get unreasonably low numbers of sleep.
actually, well, engineers, man,
Engineering, my guys. Engineering.
engineering, dude. Okay, straight up, I was talking to my engineering friend. Uh, we'll call him. Well, I already said his name on stream. You know, hey, S folks, how you doing today? Can I call you Patrick? Your icon's Patrick. Um, Matthew, I appreciate the offer. I really do. I I don't know if I brought this up yet. The only reason why I don't like to do Discord community invites yet is simply because I had really bad experiences with some of my earlier fans, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have a strong enough mod team just yet that worst case scenario, if a bad apple does get through, we were able to handle it swiftly. Sup, nice S-bots. I did I ever tell Chad my first DM experience of a fan?
I believe we've mentioned this in the past, and
The
even if we haven't, I've heard this, and I'm not sure if we want to.
share it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Long story short, within a 24-hour period, somebody who went from saying I like your videos, um, was threatening illegal action if I did not like friend him back or some shit. And I was just like, uh I draw. I don't know how to help you, my guy. So
I am literally an artist.
I am literally an underpaid artist in college. What do you want from me? A lot apparently. So I'm sorry that experience and a few others have kind of tainted the wheel of trust. And Matthew, I'm sure you would be a pleasure to have on, but I don't think we have a strong enough manpower right now to allow that to happen and make sure bad apples don't, ruin the experience. Because I'm not gonna force that moderation decision on Lannon, Outlaw, or anyone else on the personality team. Yeah, people are crazy. Mikuyo! Hi!
What's up, Coolio?
Yeah. So, I would love to have you guys on. I really mean that. It's just, bad mojo jumbo happened, and I can't take that risk anymore. Because that guy turned into a stalker. But that's fine. It's fine. I blocked him on everything. Yeah.
Yay.
And I stopped streaming for a while because of that, but it's fine now. I haven't seen him in chat, so. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Mikuyo, buddy! Wrong purple guy! Wrong purple guy!
Nah, it's chill. I will acknowledge I probably do sound a lot like Steel. Nah, this is Landon on the call.
Abort message.
Nah. No, it's chill though, because we do both kind of have deep voices on mic.
Really? Maybe it's because I know you guys for so long, but you don't sound like a jerk. Don't let Steel know that. Don't let Steel know that shit.
Somebody clip that. If only we could. If only YouTube did clips. Dang.
YouTube does do clips, but I'm too poor to afford clips, so suck it.
Somebody rewind the stream cap that. Rewind the screen cap that moment and send it to Steel.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
buddy,
Don't
buddy.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
If you do that, he's gonna get sad, and I'm going to buy him boba tea. And then we're gonna go to that Korean ice cream restaurant where,
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I need any excuse to leave the house, so maybe we should. No.
Honestly, I'm down, dude. Like, I'm redesigning. Hi. English.
Designing.
Hello. I'm redesigning this model. So I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time sitting in front of my desk, banging my head against Blender and Unity. So any excuse not to break my expensive equipment would be very nice. Listen, man. I love technology as much as the next guy, but there's something about Blender's learning curve sometimes where I'm just like, I want to commit a heinous crime.
I have never used Blender in my life, and hearing your experiences highly discourages me.
Oh, man. Good thing the streams are saved so you can do it in the future. Hey, man. Hey, Mikulio, don't remind them about that. Don't remind them about the archives. We do not touch the archives. Oh, man.
Oh my god. Perfection. Blender? More like fruit blender. True spot S-box.
Okay, can I be real honest with you guys right now? I am terrified of blenders. Because like you never know you never know if you're gonna get like the nice sounding ones or the ones that sound like they're a banshee straight out of hell. And I don't want that having to make that gamble in the morning and being like, will I wake up half my family or will I just wake up my dog? Either one is a cardinal sin, but still.
God, no. Blenders are terrifyingly loud.
At least you can handle a blender and some editing. I can barely do layered video editing without my laptop hanging. Okay. Matthew, that's literally when I started streaming on an old Dell XPS. It was I forget. It was like in 2000 and Either way, it was old to the point that it would crash every time I tried to do every time I tried to join a charity live stream back in the day for a dog that had cancer and their owner couldn't afford the surgery, and I felt like shit because I was one of the artists that signed up to help do free art in exchange for donations, and I just couldn't even get my computer to just join OBS. So I had to stream it through Discord and have one of my fellow artists stream my Discord stream on their stream.
I'm glad they were willing to do that. That's a really good solution.
They were just like, "Bro, this is painful to just hear you cry on like in call. Do you always want to stream with your Discord and I'll just take care of the bandwidth problem?" Like, yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then I
Sad
over
move by that artist.
it. He was nice. Oh man.
What's up, double bloggers? Welcome to chat. Hope your day's going well.
I'm surprised we got so many people up in this time. I know, like you said yourself, that most of our viewers are not in the same time zone as us, but at the same time, it's like, wow, we got people.
No, I absolutely. We're still bringing in a lot of the usual suspects. It's awesome.
Wait, suspects? Did you just really call our viewers suspects, bro?
We're in a phrase, Amber. I don't actually mean suspects.
They're not supposed to know they're on the watch list. Shh. I'm kidding.
They're on the list of people watching us.
Dun dun dun. Yes.
It's 11:30. To be fair, I've woken up later than that some days.
You know, it really be like that. Amaranth, we're not bringing back the baked potato and cherries just yet. But I will say this. So, we were brainstorming what to do for Christmas because we do want to give back to you guys. And my idea was I would draw a gigantic sticker sheet of everything we have done in the last semester. So, or the last, this year. So, you know, I would draw Stag. I would draw the Gray Tomato Potato War. I would draw, the cursed cherries, and then, you know, a few of our characters as, you know, just little stickers, and then give those to you guys. On, like, from Redbubble or stuff like that, as the cheap as I can. So this way I can give you guys, like, some form of merch, but at the same time not rip you guys off in that aspect. That, or I will draw digital posters of everyone on the team. And my painted style, like my model is.
Let's go.
God damn it,
That
Mikulio.
would be
Okay,
nice.
I guess I'll put Sussy Amber too. I
Damn
forgot.
right you will.
What?
I don't know where that came from. Don't mind me.
But I will. I love that out of all my plushies, I have non-Sussy Amber on my actual boom arm, but nobody acknowledges that. Everyone's just like, no, we want the sus. I'm like, come on, god damn it. Does nobody remember the time when I literally could not kill anybody as the character, as the imposter? Remember that, Landon? Or were you not there at that time? I know Steel was. When we were playing Among Us on Twitch and I just could not kill anyone because I was just bad.
Was that a moment where someone had to tell you where the kill button was?
No, that wasn't that. I knew where the kill button was. What happened was I just went to the lava
You just
pool
didn't
and I
have a
just
good
sat there.
opportunity?
No, I just didn't
Okay,
want to kill
that's
anyone.
fair. I respect that.
I just didn't
I
want to.
respect that.
Yeah, I just didn't want to kill anyone, and then Bloodthirst hit me like a freight train, and then I killed everyone. Oh well.
Nicolio, it was probably hilarious to watch and to experience. I don't think I was there, unfortunately, but it sounds awesome.
Thanks, Michaela. Yeah, I remember you were there. You clipped the part when I walked in onto what's Thomas's dead body after asking him, "Are you dead?"
Oh my gosh. We want to get back to you guys. Like, you guys don't give us fun. Already don't. I can't read. Oh my gosh. Like, you guys don't already give us fun times. Thank you very much, Amber. That's really nice to hear. We're glad you appreciate coming here and listening to us ramble about a whole lot of nonsense for 3 hours a day on Saturdays.
A well, I hear what you guys are saying, and I do appreciate it. I'm just the type of person who has the dumb tendency to be like, what if we could do more? I'm just that
And
individual.
that's how you get ahead in life instead of
Lana,
being
don't do.
21 and jobless.
Oh my god, my god. But yeah, if I mean another thing too is like if I want to make this into a career, and if I want to like support the friends who want to do this full time with me, I gotta start thinking more than just making content. I gotta see what else that you guys would like and be fancy too. So it's a lot of
Content, not
discovery.
content.
Yeah, I don't like where I am right now as it is. Like, yes, I'm glad that we got streaming off the ground. We set up the schedule and stuff like that. That's the first big hurdle, is actually making content. Now I need to get back and put my nose to the grinding stone now that I'm only taking 19 credits next semester and start making videos again. And what I hope to do is once I get the 3D model with hand tracking, I'll be able to animate faster because I don't have to animate the hands of my character. That's kind of the goal of the 3D model, is to streamline video content creation. So, yeah.
Let's go.
There's a lot I want to do this winter. I actually convinced my work to buy me membership into a podcasting community called Airs. And yeah, they paid for it, not me. So I'll be taking their lessons to relearn how it is to make a entertaining podcast, because I used to be live on radio, but that was like what, 3 years back.
Mm. Yeah, something like that at
Yeah,
least.
3 years back, and I don't think I lost it by any means, but at the same time, I am by no means a confident narcissist to be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. So I convinced work to pay for that for me because I also have to make podcasts for work. And then I'm going to use that as much as I can. And then maybe start a podcast next spring with you guys.
Yo, podcast.
Podcast. We'll call this segment The Nerds, as you make recursion jokes in Bass Pro Shop, and it takes me 5 seconds to realize you made a fucking recursion joke. I was like,
oh my god.
did he just make a recursion joke? And the fact that I got it too made me no better.
The great part about having to take math courses and programming courses, recursion is a word that I just kind of use without thinking about it.
Yeah. A podcast about what? So what I'm thinking about the podcast be set up around are some of the topics we go over in stream. Like, for example, I want to go over why I like to wake up so early in the morning. And I think that'll be a good kind of first podcast, because the way I see waking up is a lot different from a lot of people, in the sense that when I wake up, I have the mindset that I'm beating the fucking fireball in the sky. And I don't know about you guys, that's very empowering when you beat the sun when you wake up. So
That is actually really powerful.
where it's just like stuff like that, and the fact that you can even wake up, man. Like, not everybody can. Not everybody can just open their eyes and jump out of bed. A lot of people can open their eyes, but not everyone can jump out of bed. Not everybody can just say, hey, I'm gonna go for a walk. Or, hey, I'm gonna open the window, or stuff like that. There's a lot of people who, when they wake up, just wake up. And I don't take that for granted. I've seen and I've known people who all they could do is wake up. And I'm not gonna take for granted the mornings where I can just be like, I'm gonna jump out of bed, eat shit because my foot got stuck in the bed sheets, but still get up. Because I know I can. And so that's what the podcast would be kind of about. It'll be a lot more from our perspectives on certain subjects you want us to cover. Maybe we'll even have you guys on the podcast because it's not going to be a live podcast. So if we get a bad apple or of anything like that, we can handle it discreetly. Matthew.
I felt that, Matthew.
Yeah, it really be like that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I woke up late for my final. This semester for my acting final. I woke up
Oh my god.
at 8 59. My class started at 9. So let me tell you, I really pulled a Usain Bolt out of there. I was just like, oh shit.
Fastest land speed ever recorded by a human being.
Yeah, man. Like, you guys remember the Vine of the college kid running to class and the guys in his car screaming, "Go get that education, son"? Yeah, that was me that morning.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But it also took me a very long time to get here, Matthew, to be a morning person. Um, there's I used to be a no morning person or a no night person where I would just work through the dead hours of night and just not sleep. But then I was like, that's not good for me. Lana knows this. And then I decided, well, I need to choose one or the other. So I decided, fuck it. Let's choose morning.
I'll sleep at night like the rest of these cretins.
Yeah.
These cretins referring to me, of course.
Da-da. Yeah.
I'm being exceptionally negative on stream today. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm
Dude,
gonna
it's
try to
first
pick
thing in
that
the
up
morning.
a
You're
little bit.
you're trying your best. And that's all that matters. You try your best. You're not making any like hate mongering speech or anything like that.
All right, let me now really lean into no.
Landon, buddy, buddy, buddy. uh,
Another thing. Anyways, oh my gosh, yeah,
ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
I've wanted to be a morning person, and I've really found that when I wake up earlier in the day, it does just make me feel good in general to be up early. Um, it's but unfortunately, if I don't have any reason to get, if I don't have any obligation early in the morning, then I will just kind of stay in bed for a good long while before I'm like, all right, now's the time to get up and get some coffee, and it's like 3. And
I
I don't usually like waking up past even like 9:30. I don't like being out of bed later than that. But inevitably I end up staying up late, and inevitably that means my body's like, "All right, we want to get some proper sleep." And so it keeps me asleep for a good long while, and yeah.
yeah. No, like I made a discovery over COVID when I was working myself to the literal bone where it's like it will never come to you. Your dreams will never come to you. Don't ever wait for it. Because look at where you are right now. It will never come to you if you keep working yourself to bleeding every day. You just got to do it. And that was another thing that kind of helped me become a morning person is the realization that here I am working to literal self-injury. I was getting nowhere in life because I was in a sense still waiting for it. You know, waiting for the opportunity to be given to me.
Mm.
Um where I can be like, "All right, the stars have aligned. It's my time, boys. Goodbye." And I realized, no, that's not going to happen. You're working yourself to the literal bone, and you're still stuck in the same bullshit every single day. What the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So that also helped the whole get out of bed before, I try to get out of bed before 7 a.m. every day
Yeah.
because time will not wait for you. Why wait for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Matthew, honestly, when we're young, the concept of sleep does not really hit us. Remember, bedtime was a punishment. Uh, Solar, nice to see you. If you're still in school, I suggest you do your schoolwork. Don't worry, this is just, a morning chat for us, so you can have us play in the background like a podcast or something. I know what it's like just wanting to have some voices there of you. I used to do that. I used to listen to Stan Prokopenko's Draftman podcast whenever I used to draw because sometimes music wouldn't be enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be your comfort streamer. Yeah. We'll be your comfort streamers. Don't forget Landon is here. Please acknowledge the coder. He works very hard.
No, I don't.
Hey, buddy, buddy, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you for popping in a little bit, Solar. If this is distracting, of course, prioritize school. We will be streaming consistently for a while, but you have schoolwork in front of you with sooner deadlines.
Yeah. Listen, we're not big enough yet to demand your full attention, okay? We haven't lost that much ego. I'm kidding. We'll never do that. The second we do that, that's just bad. Do not follow us.
I, I remember I saw this clip on YouTube. I don't know which streamer this was, but but they were like getting their stream started, and then someone in chat was like, "Hey, I'm watching you during school right now," and the streamer was immediately like, "All right, we're closing stream today." Because someone just told me they're watching me instead of focusing on school. So now we are shutting down stream for the day. Thank you all for watching. It was great having you all. And they actually just ended stream right there.
Honestly, I respect people who do that because the last thing I want to do is become a detriment to people.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Oh,
a
absolutely. Same
Yeah,
here.
there was a time when I'm not gonna lie, I used Markiplier as escapism sometimes. Where like I would just come home from work and I would just watch him his Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Plays instead of acknowledging the fact that my hands were still bleeding. Um,
Damn.
yeah, no, it was bad, and I just he never it was never his intention. I know that because he's a great guy and all that stuff. But if I can actively stay away from becoming an enabler, or I want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, times were bad, but I was able to watch through all of the Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Play in less than a day.
Oh my gosh. To be fair, is that a particularly long Let's Play?
If you watch all of them, yes.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. Oh, you have online school. Oh, rest in peace, Solar. Dude, that stuff sucks. And I can say that because I had online college.
I honestly, online classes were rad for me. However, I also acknowledge that they came with the increased risk of starting a class in bed and falling asleep through the rest of lecture.
Well, here's another thing too. When I was in online school, I was a physiology student still with a
Mm-hmm.
double major in biochemistry. Remember? I had all
Yeah,
that fun stuff. And that
yeah, the fun degrees.
yeah, and those are the ones where you need a lot of labs because, you have to be in person to learn the anatomy, you have to be in person to blow up shit, biochemistry, carbon. Um so what my school did without telling us explicitly uh what was in our lab kit sent me, I shit you not, 3 dead animals. I have 3 dead animals in my room right now, guys.
Right. This This is funny.
They sent this to me under the guise of physiology lab equipment. And I'm thinking, oh, like plastic structures, maybe a model of like the human torso and stuff like that. Nah, I opened it up and I saw Oh McDonald's farm. Okay? I was just like, huh? My mother literally gagged right next to me when she saw it. And my dog immediately went like, dinner? And I'm like, no. And to this day, because they didn't really give us a means to dispose of it either. And
Joy.
I didn't really
So just have rotting animals sitting around the house. That's chill.
yeah, and another thing too was just like I had no workspace to work because it was either in my room, which I is carpeted, right? And you don't want animal formaldehyde to get on your carpet because my Landon, you've been to my house. There's a lot of carpet.
Yeah, there's a
And
fair amount.
I couldn't do it outside either because we have wildlife and if something happens, I would poison the wildlife because formaldehyde is actually incredibly toxic to ingest.
No, you don't say. Shut up. No, there's no way.
And so here I was with 3 dead animal carcasses, and I'm just like, I'm not opening the box any further than I have. And to this day, I have a box full of animal carcasses that I just don't know how to get rid of. Guys, I literally have dead bodies in my room, not of my own volition, because of online school.
This is incredible. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. And then they were going to do the same thing with my biochemistry labs for my organic chemistry. And then they got in trouble with shipment because they were sending carbon and other compounds that, when mixed together, can cause a fiery explosion. So they got, I think, stuck by like UPS or whatever was shipping them. And like the school wasn't allowed to ship them because, like, technically, what they were shipping were the components of ammunition. They were just like, "Hey, buddy, I know you like this is for college and all, but like this is some sus shit." And they're like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." So here's our virtual lab, you guys, of us blowing up shit, and you're not allowed to. And I was just like, "But I
But
want to make
why?
a
I want to blow up
fireball."
shit.
Yeah. So here I am with dead animals, a virtual simulation of an explosion, something that you could just pull out of like a firecracker's ass. It wasn't even like good simulations, and I'm just dying. And Atlanta here is chilling, we're just learning code online, and I'm just like, must be nice. So depending on your coursework, online school can be great, and or online school can be a literal hell because you will get dead bodies sent to you unprovoked.
Sends 3 dead bodies to your house. Refuses to elaborate.
Dude,
Leaves.
and another thing too, I could not send them back because I was not licensed to ship that shit. Do you understand that? They literally just dropped it and said, "See ya." Because I do not have license uh to handle or to send hazardous materials because yes, dead animals and formaldehyde are considered bio hazardous materials.
Mm.
I was not allowed to ship them back because I did not have the proper knowledge nor packaging capabilities to send those things back without them exploding in shipment. So I just have bodies.
So now they're just chilling.
Honestly, dude, I'm just waiting for the day I can find somebody that has a giant mason jar and a shit ton of formaldehyde, so I could just put all the animals in a giant jar and smack a label on it that says "Oh McDonald's Farm" and just have like a keystone of my like apartment. If anyone wants to come in to my home, it'll be a great conversation starter and ender.
That is a heck of a way to start and end a conversation. That says a lot. Says everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Matthew. There's a lot of stuff that Formaldehyde does that people don't acknowledge besides preservation. So yeah. Oh yeah, no shit, Matthew. Online killed any amount of learning. Dude, I came into this semester with 20 credits, like you guys know, from like back in person. It was hell. It was so much worse because all the professors were like, finally, I can screw you in person. And I had 12 things due on the same day and during finals. I wanted to cry. Thankfully,
Was
I got so far only 1B out of my 7 courses, and I'm just waiting for the last 2 to come in now.
okay, sick.
Yeah, no, but dude, I worked my ass off for a B because my teacher was literally just did not care about the definition of sleep. Um, yeah, and then going off of Matthew, where you want a natural burial, I would donate my body to science. I think that's just the way I would go. You know, first organ donor and then body to science.
Mm, mm.
Because I fully believe like if I can help out any way I can, so like just off I go to a medical to a medical ward. Yeah. To help teach the
That's
next generation.
perfection. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
And yes, Matthew, I would have loved the opportunity to accidentally flashbang myself in an organic chem lab. Because at least then I
Sadly,
have a
this
story
opportunity
about
was
it.
deprived. At least then I'd have content.
At least then I would have content and maybe a civil suit against my TA, you know? Nah, I'll never do that. I'm a TA, guys. I can't do that. I know what it's like. Students are fucking stupid.
Mhm, mm.
Oh man. Oh no. I have to teach kids statistics next semester. Oh
It's gonna
no.
be that's gonna be awesome, dude.
It's gonna be so great having to explain to a kid that no, an ANOVA is not something that happens in space. I mean, technically, yes, there is something called a supernova in space, but we're not talking about supernovas. We're talking about ANOVAs. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Listen, I know what I'm saying.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
and that's why I'm setting my
Nova.
office hours at 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
That's actually the play. No, that's actually absolutely the play. You make sure that people go to you when they're serious.
yeah, because this semester I was a assistant professor in a sense because I also gave the lessons for my
Oh,
job.
you're one of those PAs.
Yeah, I was one of those TAs, and like this kid would come up to me, he's like, how do I copy and paste? Dead ass. How do I copy and paste in a GIMP? And I'm like, put your hand down on control, click C at the same time. Now go to wherever layer you want to and press Control V. And they're like, oh,
Huge.
how do I
Huge.
how do I select all? And I'm like, oh my god. I wanted to cry. It's also partly the reason why I insisted that we need to go to South by Southwest because there's definitely a problem in technology proficiency within college. Like the digital divide is not just about accessibility anymore, guys. It's also about understanding simple UI design and general user base compatibility styles. Like the quirky keyboard, the QWERTY.
QWERTY, yeah.
Yeah. There's so much stuff that like I've realized how fortunate I am to be able to learn all the technology that I have going into college because wow.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, no they did not know how to control copy. They was just like,
I
how did you make it this far, man?
I sometimes don't even think about technological literacy simply because I'm in like a major where the bare requirement is that you've seen a computer before. And so it's like everyone, it's kind of just assumed that everyone kind of knows a bunch of those keyboard shortcuts. So yeah, it's definitely a really good point getting sure that everyone has a or level of competency,
It's yeah,
computer literacy,
it's called technology proficiency.
proficiency. I like that word.
Yeah.
D&D player.
Oh my god. But so what happened was, I because what I did, the class I TA'd and I'm working for is under a grant project where we teach students and professors and faculty about social media, the difference between disinformation, misinformation, uh, basically all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
heck yeah.
uh, I came in because I knew how to do radio. I knew how to do some streaming stuff, which I said is because I know radio, not this. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, everything is because of my radio experience, guys. No, and we are tasked with educating, individuals, taking down their experiences and seeing like where the biggest, differentiation and understanding is coming from. Because a lot of people are being left behind, even though they get technology. Like, there's a study shown that a lot of those in the Hispanic population from where we live, Landon and I, they don't
Hmm.
own desktops. They only own, mobile devices. And they refuse to buy desktops, actually, because they are so, used to just like the interface of a touchscreen that they don't know how to use, operating systems that are not built specifically for, a smartphone, which I found incredibly interesting.
Hmm.
And then there was a big thing where I almost was sent down to help in Mexico, was, teach the installation of Linux because Linux is free, right? But nobody knows how to use Linux.
I
And
could make a joke about how nobody knows how to use Linux here either, but
well, yeah, but that's the thing because what they wanted to do in elementary schools down in the place that I was going to be sent to was they wanted to download, Linux on a bunch of old donated, computers because Linux runs well on old operating system or, old hardware. But none of the professors or even like the IT guys knew how to use Linux, and I was just like, "Oh, we're in trouble." But yeah. Exactly, Matthew. There's a lot of things that um we don't realize are desperately needed to be taught in schools. Like, to some individuals like Landon and I, it may be like, oh yeah, we know this stuff, right? But we were, lucky enough to learn it because our parents give us the accessibility to do so. So yeah. And like even old
Yeah.
professors, like there's a lot of professors that still insist that we bring in a hard copy of our textbooks and don't really understand the open source movement and the open technology movement, where there's like open source textbooks for like French, fundamental algebra and stuff like that. So that's my job basically. My job is basically trying to get everybody on the same page of technology, specifically in the social media sector, because that's what I I most know for because of my radio experience. Yes, radio.
Dadio.
Um, you only recently learned how to search for academic papers on Google. Are you talking about Google Scholars?
Yo, Google Scholar is so rad.
Hold
Love
on.
that thing.
Do you guys know about Euclid's database?
Huh?
Okay. So there is a database meant to check if a journal is um actually peer reviewed. So I'm gonna drop this in chat, and basically what this does, I think this is gonna be helpful to you too, Lannon. Um, this looks up to see if the journal you're actually looking into has been peer reviewed and is accepted in the general scientific community. Okay, all right, guys. All right, we're gonna take a quick break from me drawing to explain why you need to check if something's peer reviewed. Did I tell you about the paper, Lannon, that I did a deep dive on where they said that women were making more money than men? Do you remember this?
No.
Okay. Um, Let me pull it up because I was actually gonna do a video essay on this. Because I remember uh Ben Shapiro in a fursuit. I forget his name, but I know his icon is Ben Shapiro in a fursuit. Challenged me to do a scientific video. So I scoured the internet to find this thing again. And it is, hold on, it's called, I called it bad paper. Da 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 da. That's not bad paper. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me find this paper. Give me 1 second, guys.
It's
My
on. It's
apologies.
on. It's down here somewhere.
It's I have it somewhere. Okay, there's bad paper. So first things first, I want you guys, I'm gonna share my screen here. Da-da. Alright. We're gonna open this in a separate folder. Because we're not making dumb decisions again. Da-da. Open a new window. Okay. So. Do-do-do-do. We interrupt this chill stream for Amber to go over why it's you need to read the things that you're reading. Makes sense? Makes sense. Okay.
No.
Oh,
Refuse.
damn.
Impossible.
Do-do.
Why should I think when I'm reading? I'm already putting in my thought power to reading.
So, first things first, I want you guys to notice the gender inequality misconcept. How Texas female business school faculty are smashing the glass ceiling. Written all by men. I want that to settle for a second. Right off the
To be
bat.
fair, they do teach at Texas.
Sorry?
They do teach in Texas.
Yes.
So they got 50% of it.
They got 50% of it. Now, granted, having a paper written all by one gender or one sex, as you know, if we're going to do it by the scientific terminology here, is not inherently misleading or inherently wrong. But there is a high level of bias that can be brought up because they're only accepting, one perspective usually, right? So, right off the bat, take this with a grain of salt. Keep reading and then throw it out into the window because it's really bad. This paper's horrible. They start off with this thing that they came up with called hygiene factors, which right off the bat sounds so bad. Okay? It's the motivation hygiene theory, and it's been recently used to justify salary as a hygiene factor. What the fuck does that supposed to mean? It is just, I can literally put that. I'll put this into the chat for you guys to actually read further. But we're doing chill stream right now. We're not going into the deep specifics of hearsay arguments and rhetorical bullshittery. But long story short, their argument is because there's less females in the field, they are in higher demand. They are comparing workers to a commodity. They are comparing female workers to a commodity in the field. Now, that's already a great thing to start off with, right? Is to compare an individual to a goddamn product. And their argument is because there's less females, they're higher demanded, and as such, they're going to get paid more. And not acknowledge anything else like, potential bias, predatory behavior, sexism, and the reasons why there's less females in the field, right? Makes sense? Right, Landon? Did I lose Landon? Ah, shit. I think
Sorry, I'm still here. I got a text message I'm trying to respond to at the same time that I'm here, but I think I'm following what you're saying.
So that's their main argument here. And then they're p fishing and the methods and results here because basically p fishing is arranging the data in such a way that you will get the answer that you want. Think about it like gerrymandering, but for numbers. You know how you rearrange things so you get the data that you want to come out? And then we're going to skip through all this fun shit to get here.
Welcome to the stream, Unexpired Cheese.
Hi, welcome. I'm gonna apologize right now, because we're going over statistics. Yeah.
Let's
Sorry.
go. Statistics was awesome.
It's great. I'm trying to find, and like, all this stuff is so hard to read because like, they go by the Carnegie scale, which is something that only done in business schools. It's ridiculous. Let's see.
Oh, so all the professors who worked on this are business school professors.
Yes.
Oh, that says a lot about the paper then. Okay, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
But here's the thing, right here. Count. Out of the study of how many of the people in this field, the majority of them were men, with a handful of women. See this right here? This 318 versus 107.
Mm-hmm.
That is an incredibly skewed number. For something that's arguing equal pay, there should be equal representation, right? So why are there so few females? You see where I'm getting at?
What number are we looking at here?
The very top. In count.
Or, yeah, but I mean, like, what are we? What is this number representing? I guess.
The number of individuals that allow their study to. Oh wait, sorry. The number of individuals within the business school for which they're comparing salaries of. So
Okay.
in a school which ranked Carnegie 2, it is 318 male salaries compared to 107. In a Carnegie 3, 67 to 37. Carnegie 4, 107 and now there's an asterisk next to the 55. And and so when we get down to the total, you are representing 532 men versus 223 women. That is not even representation. Exactly. It's they have picked it so closely to this number. Well, the sample pool is so heavily skewed to one direction that already right out the bat, it's not, a good statistical sample pool because it's not even in any means. And then if we get into the actual like fields, like who are these females that they're pulling salary from? The majority of them, if I could find them, and for number, are high lecturers. So the majority of the female pool that they're pulling salaries from are females that are lecturers, right? And they're comparing that to a male's assistant professor. No shit, the lecturer is going to be making more money. They're the lecturer. So when your sample pool is from a smaller size of a higher degree of a profession, of course that money salary is going to appear to be greater than the assistant professors. You see where I'm going with this?
All right.
And that's how you get these obscene graphs where females are making more money. And only one aspect right here too. It's only one point we're making more money than men is because they're taking more data from higher paying positions from a smaller sample group against a larger base. Exactly, Matthew. So I'm going to do a deeper dive into this later and actually make a video about it because this is my field of studies, also, statistics. But that's why, as a student, you should use the Euclid database to also make sure that it is this journal that you're referring to is widely accepted and approved by the community of the scientific, field of study. So, yeah. Long story short, very bad paper. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. So, just because something is written in highly jargoned language does not make it smart. If you have to come up with your own fucking methodology and you call it the hygiene factor, buddy, it's like they literally had to come up with their own way of arguing to win their arguments. You know what I mean, Landon? They had to create their own definition so they could win via those definitions.
I don't want to hate that inherently because we have ways of measuring things in general because someone created an arbitrary method of measurement.
Right, but if you're making
I understand what you mean in this context.
yes,
I understand that they're it's more of a they're setting their own moving goalpost and then showing that they can meet their own goalpost.
that's what I'm trying to say.
But
It's that they
I don't want to hate inherently on people who are inventing their own ways of measuring things because that can prove useful as we advance with new
yeah,
accoutrement,
you're
for lack of a better
absolutely
term.
right. What I'm trying to say is if you have to create your own argument, your own definitions, your own methodology for a specific argument that you are trying to make, that should be heavily scrutinized because you are basically remaking the entirety of a debate field in your favor for a singular topic that is not made to be used by other people. It's made for you to win. Make sense?
Oh, if we want to talk about setting the field so that you win instead of having a proper debate, I've got something I can launch into, but that's a
Yeah.
no, I understand.
So, anyway, that's my job, guys, is to bash my head against numbers and be like, "What the hell? This is so wrong." It's so blatant that you'd think that in some peer review process had an incentive to really skewed data. I think you could be right, Matthew. But another thing too is they made this so confusing and hard to read. They put so much jargon, hygiene factor, like I keep mentioning. they keep adding different definitions and methodologies that they came up with that if you sound smart enough and you say it confidently enough, a lot of people will just run with it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I'll look into that later. But that's long story short. This is why Amber asks everyone to make sure their papers are peer reviewed. Because you do get bullshit like that on the internet. That is your lesson today from Amber. Yeah. Just me inserting the self that yes, I am smart sometimes.
And
Not
this
all
is
the
your
time, but
friendly
smart, but sometimes. What?
And this is your friendly reminder that if you ever see a technical paper from a professor, check if they're a business professor.
I mean, no. What you should check is whether or not that paper is sponsored. You know.
This paper is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god. But there's been
Imagine.
yeah, there's been health papers sponsored by Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
And you know.
Oh yeah, that's a very real thing.
And that you just have to be a little careful reading data from that because
Gatorade is better for you than water. Sponsored by Gatorade.
Exactly. These are smart individuals who will skew their data in a way to get sponsored. So it's kind of like that. It's just a little bit of harm, not too much harm done. That argument.
It's content creation in an academic field.
Shush. Don't call us out like that. Shh.
It's all about having the clickbait titles on your research paper and making sure you can secure those sponsorships so that you can eat at night.
Shut up. Shh. Don't call it our field like that. Come on. But yeah.
Calling out academia in general, don't worry.
So, I mean, another thing too is if I ever get big enough, I want to create my own foundation of open peer-reviewed open source high academic information, because a lot of information on the internet is not high quality in academia terminology, because you could get a lot of information in, you know, general knowledge of a field, but once you start getting into the specifics of a field of study, it's very hard to find something that's not given through you via your institution, right? So if I get enough money, I want to make an open source foundation just where it's a giant library full of peer-reviewed, field accepted work. So if people want to learn more about a field, they can just, you know, like a Wikipedia, but not Wikipedia. You know what I mean? And we'll start off like, you know, fundamentals, like a textbook for like the fundamentals of the language or the fundamentals of mathematics and stuff like that. So this way there's a higher level of quality to the information people are reading. Because I'm a firm believer that education is a right and not a privilege. Because everyone would benefit if you are smarter. In my personal opinion. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not going off the rails too much here.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I'm following. I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do, but yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of things that when you read a paper, you should take the time to not only read the paper, but research who's writing the paper. And it does take work, and I'm not going to lie, it does suck to have to do additional work, but if you're writing something that you're truly passionate about, and it's not like for school or something, like, come on guys, there's sometimes we just kind of bullshit a paper, I get it, but if you're truly trying to learn something, take the time and make sure who you're learning it from actually knows their shit. But now, if you're writing for like an AP paper that you have to, and it's like required by school, and like you don't really give a shit about the topic, I mean,
yeah, use whatever.
Yeah, use whatever, man. Like, I ain't going to, like, fault you for that.
Yeah, man. You got an assignment to turn in 48 hours. I don't judge. Heck, if you have an assignment, you have 2 weeks to work on. Use whatever. I don't care.
Like, guys, we're in college. We understand what it's like. If you need to bullshit something, bullshit something. But if you're truly passionate about something, do not bullshit it. The real Dan Man! Hello!
Dan Man.
You just missed me giving my lesson of the day. Don't worry, it wasn't very entertaining after all. I didn't put up enough sound and whistles effects. Oh, hi, Dan!
My gosh.
Alright, it is past 10. Would you like to try summoning Steel? Because I know Steel said that he would join us later.
Oh, is that right? I didn't see that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I asked him in private DM just in case he couldn't.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, yeah, I can make it. I'm like, alright, cool. Where are you? It is, Solar, it is. And bias will always be there as long as you actively remind yourself of that fact and try your best to keep it in the forefront of your mind. I mean, that's the best you can do. Nobody's gonna be perfect. There's gonna be individuals that just, like for myself, I would like to believe that I am a non-biased person when I can be. But there's many times where I'm just like, oh shit, no I'm not. So as long as you just keep in mind that there will be things that you are more biased towards, and try your best to acknowledge that, and keep that in the forefront of your mind, it's all people can really ask of you. Alright, if Steel doesn't get Steel is not summoned via that, I'm gonna be very angry because isn't he like a chemistry major? Like a bio, like, isn't he a chemistry major? Alchemy should, or...
I thought it was something more. I thought it was something more biomedical, but I haven't spoken to Steel in a while about what their current education is. I'll have to catch up with Steel on that.
You want to know something that just mind boggles me every time we stream and we get into smart shit?
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that we're educated individuals who scream at Garfield cart.
Yeah.
Buddy, I'm on my way to get a master's. And here I am screaming at a game so poorly designed. I literally had to mute my friends. Oh yeah, I'm considering getting a master's because there's a program that has been looking at me for, like, you know, the accelerated master's where you get your master's in 1 year after undergrad.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, maybe I will delay the gap year just in a sense, because if I can get my master's out in 1 year, just do it. Dude, you know how stupid that would be to become a full-time streamer and then somebody looks up your name and it's just like, oh, has a master's
papers.
And pulls up actual academic papers they have written. Bro, I don't know whether that's a flex or a fall from grace.
I mean, there are like stories of people who are like doctors and PhDs who eventually go into Hollywood acting. So it's like, you know, it's not unheard of.
Yeah, but like, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I'm dumb. Nah, I'm kidding. Mark Robert's on here, so like, I feel somewhat better about myself. No, but just imagine you go to my wiki one day and you just see all the academic papers I've written and you're just like, what? Wait, is this the same person who read AI porn and they're making a fucking academic paper? Talk about the goddamn whiplash that'll be as a fan. Be like, huh?
The duality of man.
The duality of Amber, a dumbass that got a degree. It's even worse because, like, if I'm gonna do a master's, I'm also gonna get an MBA because everyone in my family has an MBA. So fuck it. So I would have.
Just while you're in the area.
Which, while I'm in the area, get an MBA. Honestly, Matthew, it be like that sometimes. Well, imagine going to college. Look, real Dan, man. I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, we do live in an economy where a degree does help. Because it does raise the baseline of pay a lot. It also, like, for example, in the US Army, if you graduate from college and you join, I believe you're already a higher rank compared to, like, somebody who's been there longer and worked their way up with a high school GD, I believe, or GE, I forget what it's called.
I don't remember either.
But, like, getting a degree does already put you in a step above a lot of other people simply because you have that piece of paper. So, I would agree in a certain extent that college isn't inherently necessary anymore, but it is not a bad thing to pursue. Now, granted, each to their own, right? But in my personal experience, like, I know if I really put my mind to it, I could be a streamer full-time, but I also understand that if I want to be secured in life, it doesn't hurt to have a college degree and possibly 2 masters. That's right, baby. I'm going for 2 masters.
Going for 2?
Oh, for 1, yeah. You personally hate, okay, Matthew says, I personally hate the fact higher education is needed considering plenty of information being told is essentially junk/redundant data. Not all. I learned more about signal processing on YouTube. You're absolutely right. I fully agree with you, Matthew. There's a lot of very good information online. That's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but Michael Reeves went to NAU and dropped out because he couldn't learn coding through a from traditional medium of college, and he had to teach himself that through YouTube videos. That's right, the boy went to college. Yes, he dropped out, but because of the same means, he couldn't learn it. And but here's the thing: if he was not incredibly successful in his YouTube career, I believe it would have been difficult for him to be hired by a software company or a programming company of sorts, because he doesn't have a degree to back up his expertise.
Hi. I'm gonna weigh in a little bit here.
Oh.
So.
Go ahead.
Ultimately, when you're going in a programming field, the degree is nice, but and there are certain companies where I know someone who's like in this sort of a thing, and there are some companies that will be like, if you don't have a 4-year degree, we won't even consider your application. However, there is if you are a self-taught programmer and you have work on like a GitHub to back it up, then most people probably won't care. There are a fair amount of people who are self-taught and end up getting jobs in those sorts of fields because they've actually demonstrated that they can sit down and commit to a project, which is really all that the employer will really care about more often than not. So depending on where your dream job is, you may or may not be able to get away with just self-teaching when it comes to the programming field specifically. I don't know how it is outside of it, But that has been my understanding of the situation from my readings in finding a job.
From my fields, because I work with databases, SQL, and all that fun shit, because statistics. Um, for us, is we're taught how data inquiry is, and for like resumes and stuff like that are sent through a bot first before they even reach a human review team. And one of the first things that we write in is whether or not they have a degree. And if you don't have a degree, the machine or the program will usually throw you out immediately if it's a highly competitive job to get into. Because, there's so many applicants. So they have to find a way to cull the herd. And unless, you are very well known in your field of work, most often than not, you will be immediately kicked out in the automatic review system, not even getting to a human eye, regardless of how proficient you are in the field. It's the same thing with a lot of colleges, is if you don't have a good GPA right off the bat, they will kick you out before you even get to a human review board. That's why they say for like things like Stanford and Harvard, if you don't have a 4.0, don't try. Because your name just won't get in front of them. In front of people who actually would see your work, unless you've made a big name for yourself. So yeah. It's a necessary evil to get a degree, in my opinion.
I will, yeah. Personally, the concept of working and finding a job, I don't know. This is an entirely different, separate set of issues. But more importantly to this topic, I just really enjoy learning things in general. I really appreciate the academic environment, so college has just sort of been a dream come true for me. Just being like, yeah, that class sounds interesting. I'll take a class on tarot cards, or, ooh, yeah, I'll take a Japanese 101. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And every single programming class I've taken has taught me something new. Now, that's mostly because I did basically zero programming before going to uni. So basically, learning anything was new to me, but it has been, all of my classes have been really enjoyable. I feel like I've gotten something out of them. My work ethic is shit, but that's a different issue entirely.
Yeah,
I would honestly say it's been really awesome being able to just learn and study in uni for its own sake, not just, I need this paper so I can work. It's like, I could probably, if it wasn't so expensive, man, I could live on a campus forever.
Honestly, I think that's the biggest problem, because I believe university is a good experience for all to have, because it is a very unique experience. I think we got very lucky in the sense that we enjoy our experience. But regardless, I think everybody should experience it, because not only for the degree aspect, but connections, the different fields that you may never even heard of, like material science. There's a field meant for just biostatistics. Just a lot of subcategories of degrees that maybe a lot of people don't even know of. Like, for example, people would think I'm a MIS major because, management system information sounds like something I'm doing, but I'm not. I'm an ISTA major, which is informational sciences, technology, and the arts, which is a broader field of study in how technology is affecting, science, technology, and the arts.
Tech majors are not exactly very creative when it comes to names, huh?
They're really not. I say as I'm in the technology of arts. And it's because of this field I've been allowed to study 3D animation, 3D modeling, as well as system programming, operation times, and this whole plethora of ideas, and still be able to graduate on time. So I think it's a wonderful experience if people can afford it, which is honestly what I hate so much is that big price tag. And honestly, the biggest way to avoid that price tag is to get a good GPA or a good, you know, SAT or ACT score. Yeah. Honestly, Matthew, anything like in high school and elementary school needs to be heavily redone. I completely agree. All right, I haven't been taking way too long in this drawing. Hold on, let's merge this down and actually finish cleaning this up. Can you believe this is the first time I actually did a turnabout of Amber? Like, I have never actually done a reference page of Amber. I've just kind of one with giant poofy hair. Don't forget the 3 prongs at the very end.
Profit.
Like, if you look at my thumbnails, like, there's times I forget the fact that she has bangs. Like, straight up, I'm just like, it's close enough. Bro, I would never be good at an animation studio unless... Yeah. Because I'm bad at this thing called consistency. That's why I make sure all my characters are so overly the top that it doesn't matter if I forget the fact that she has fucking hair in front of her face. You still know who she is.
If you add enough eccentric details, then as long as you have most of them there, people will know what you're talking about.
Exactly. You guys know it's Amber. She's red. That's it. Yeah.
Just use the color red on your thumbnail somewhere and people recognize it.
Honestly, I love the fact that a lot of people are recognizing me now just from a splotch of red. It's beautiful, my guy. Who's that Pokemon? Amber!
This is some top tier branding.
Honestly, I think it took me a long time to get to this character design. But I'm glad I did because legit, I think it is very memorable, this character. Because it's literally just 2 colors and a fat ass hairdo.
Heck yeah.
The hair
switch upwards is the identifiable feature. Everything else is decoration. Exactly.
Yeah, the big woof right here.
Everything else is just contextualizing that hair switch upwards.
I mean, let's also not forget the fact that she has red arms. Like, that's another thing too. I don't know why I did that. Oh wait, yes I did. I couldn't. Recognizing IRL too, yeah. Yeah, the guy.
You just watch the red as you're going around, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's Amber.
Straight up, man. Honestly, I just walking to Comic-Con. You there? Ah, fuck. Yeah, the Kakashi Sensei hair is recognizable. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's good to Kakashi. Oh, that made my day. Thank you so much.
Oh, this dude.
Oh no. Oh, that's too much red. Abort.
Also, welcome to chat, Prawns. Hope you're doing well. Red alert.
Oh, you can't tell if the arms are part of the hoodie or just fully exposed. They're just fully exposed.
It's a sleeveless hoodie.
It's a sleeve. You know, she tried to be cool. She saw this trend on like TikTok or some shit. You know, she got this old hoodie and then ripped it off and immediately regretted it, but never learned how to sew. So here she is now. Unintentional dumbass. I don't know. I made it sleeveless because I like the contour. I think it's a sleeker design. Now, may I be correct? I don't know. I'm not a fashion designer. Don't come to me with your fashion QI. That's a canon
story now for the lore.
No, shit. No, I'm not
You're
supposed
writing
to.
your own lore, Amber.
Shut up. No, I'm not. Shh. Not happening.
Is that just Amber's a fan theory for Amber?
It's Amber's fan theory for Amber. There is no official theory for Amber. Amber is Amber.
Hello, internet. Welcome to Fan Theory.
Dude, honestly, if MatPat ever does a fan theory of like Amber, because I know he did a fan theory about Markiplier's universe, I would fucking lose my mind. And you guys will have to trank me. Because that would be amazing to be recognized by the theorist on this, website. Now, granted, he's not the only theorist. I will acknowledge that full-heartedly. But at the same time, if MatPat acknowledges the theories, it would be I would be very happy. I would be a happy camper. And honestly, I would just love to see how people interpret this character when they want to do like very detailed artwork of her. It's like the day I get fan art, man. I want to see how people interpret just this blotch of red.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do.
And this is where I do my own artistic rendition of Amber. If I had artistic talents.
Honestly, one of these days, I may force you guys just to try and draw her. Oh, and I already did that with a Garner phone when I accidentally became the fucking topic of all our drawings. Remember that? I was like, is that supposed to be me? It's red, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just do the red hair swish and it's like, there, that's Amber. Honestly, I'd be down to attempts to do an Amber drawing some point.
Honestly, go ahead. Like, guys, don't be afraid to try. If you like this character, honestly, she's a giant goofball. I'm not going to be angry at your attempts of trying. If anything, I would be incredibly humbled and, just happy at the fact that you gave me any sort of time of your day to try and draw this character. Like, I got no qualms if you completely butcher a design. If you're using it as practice, go ahead. Go for it, man. I'm not here to judge your artistic ability. What am I? An art critique? Critic?
That's what I'm here for. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just do what makes you happy, and as long as you're not like portraying anybody's creation in a hateful manner, honestly, fucking have fun.
Okay, real talk. If anyone uploads a picture or artistic rendition of any kind of Amber and puts it in our Discord, I will try to write my interpretation of a snooty dissertation about why your interpretation is a work of art that should be celebrated for all time.
I mean, okay, we already have Matthew's pixelation of Amber, which when I saw it, I literally stopped what I was doing and almost got hit by a car.
Wait, oh no.
I was walking across the street, and then I got a ding on my phone, and then I looked down and I saw it, and I just stopped walking like a dumbass, and my friend had to pull me across the street. Because I was just like, oh no, look. And they're just like, okay, cool,
it's
cool.
Me.
Now keep walking, dumbass. I'm like, oh, wait, yeah. Hey, at least it's not as bad as my friend, as Nate, who almost crossed the street when the light was still green and almost got hit by a semi. I just stopped in the middle of, like, the neighborhood.
Crazy. First the art, then the stories, and then the theory videos. Exactly, Maculio. It's all coming together.
Hey, don't worry, Matthew. That's why I have friends. Remember, I'm smart to a degree. Get it? Get it? Because I got a degree? No, okay.
Now that's comedy.
Oh, fuck. I messed it up. I tried to do the drum roll. But no, yeah, that made me very happy seeing your guys' fan art. Actually, I do. Okay. Lannon, should I show them the fully detailed 3D model that scared you guys?
I think it's worth showing off.
Okay.
It's worth showing off. The draft. It's important to show the drafting process when it comes to art.
Do you guys want to see the original 3D Amber model before I decided we're gonna go full cartoon? Oh, okay, Dan. No? Alright, got it.
No, remember, chat's on a delay.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Show us the model.
I hope that's not a copyrighted beat. Oh god.
It's too late. We've been demonetized.
I do this.
We're making $0 for this video.
I do this thing where I just start like humming like the Sesame Street.
I've been noticing that.
And then I'm just like, wait, that's copyright.
I mean, Sesame Street's old enough. It's got to be public domain by now. Not really. I wish. But someday it will be.
I don't know
and that's
why.
What's exciting to think about.
I don't know why all the things I decided that, hey, let's do this today. I learned the fucking Sesame Street one.
I mean, shouldn't be copyrightable. It probably isn't, but you never know.
Okay. Alright, guys, let me find it.
I actually have a patent on humming, so every time someone hums on a public radio television network, I get like 25 cents. I'm the richest man alive right now.
Sure. Oh, that's so weird. It won't play. Because it's it's media, okay, window media player does not appear. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, that's so weird. It does not show up whatsoever. The only thing that shows up is a black bar. Hold on. We're gonna try to... Give me 1 second, please. Thank you very much.
Gotta raise the bar.
Quiet. Quiet.
There's a... I don't have Outlaw here to laugh at my jokes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Outlaw has work today because I screwed up and I obligated myself to something on Saturday. So here we are today. There was a little discussion that maybe we skipped it this stream, but I was like, fuck it, no we're not. If I can do it, if I can stream during 20 credits, I can stream during my break and a fuck up. Oh, okay.
That's another 25 cents.
Alright. So, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I need to convert this into an MP4. Because it's an MPG right now. Give me 1 second. Amber's doing stuff. Which is great, he's a quarter richer.
These quarters will start adding up. Eventually, I'll have more quarters than I know what to do with. I'll be able to create a small quarter fortress. And it's a fortress because they're quarters.
Is it an MPEG? I think it's an MPEG. No, it's not an MPEG. It's... What are you, video? Oh, man. Okay, so this... Unless... Do I want to do this? I don't know if I want to do this, but we're going to try and do this. There we go. Is this a good idea? Probably not. But I'm doing it anyway, because have I learned yet? No. So... We're gonna delete that, make sure everything's fine. If I fuck up again, well, you know what? At that point, I deserve it.
Solar, that's incredible. I love that name.
Alright, here is the first version of 3D Amber. And apparently she was too realistic. So, yeah. This was the first version of her, and this scared the hell out of everyone in group. So we decided we're not doing this, and I'm going into full cartoon now.
I appreciate that Amber is T-posing to assert dominance and spinning to
Oh,
make sure that everyone knows.
no, actually, the reason why she's in T pose is because for animation rigging, you wanted in that.
Yeah, I know that's like ideally kind of where it comes from.
Yeah, God, kill it a fire. Yeah, that's literally what happened. Everyone's just like, stop. Hold on, I need to get her feet in.
Let me be clear. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but it's super uncanny valley vibes.
Yeah, that's like I said, I have a very bad tendency to just put way too much detail into something. And that in turn makes everybody go like, okay, stop. So here, let's ta-da. Yeah, so that's everything. How do I install this into Gmod? Honestly, I mean, I might as well turn it into a Gmod character. Just give it to like the community and let them scare the shit out of everyone. But yeah.
Shoes have little smiley faces on them.
Oh yeah, no, the shoe, the way I modeled the laces is so it looks like it's smiling. Like, yeah.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Animations will rise.
Dude, honestly, if you guys want the model, I will make this model public. It looks like a model for certain oh. Okay.
Well, took all the fun out of that now.
Alright, well, you know, here's a good thing, Matthew. It's all one mesh, so you literally cannot take off the clothes. You cannot.
There's nothing underneath.
There's literally, if you try to remove her, like, her shirt or her pants, you just delete her upper and lower torso. But yeah. So this was the original 3D model that we were going to use because it's more similar to this model right here. And then my good old team sat me down for a good heart-to-heart in which Steele told me bluntly, Amber, she looks like Sid from Toy Story. So
He did make that comment, that's right.
So we are going full cartoon 3D instead. Which means I gotta find out how to turn the character turnabout that I'm working on right now into, well,
and give it another dimension.
Yeah. Into, 3D.
Others will try, Amber. You will try.
Listen, Matthew. The day people start making porn about me is the day, let's be honest, I made it. As a YouTuber, let's be honest. The day people start being like, I would fuck that cartoon is the day you made it. Let's be honest. Any big major YouTuber to some degree has a porn following. Am I wrong?
Of course you're not. Rule 34.
Exactly. Alright, so, okay guys. I will find a way to convert that model into Gmod for you. Just let me learn how to use Unity first. So, we'll do that. We also have some other projects besides, redoing 3D Amber. I'm gonna try to implement what I was able to do in Twitch, where you guys can control the background colors of my stream. Oh, Matthew. Listen, man. Listen. I'm digging my own grave here. I think we've already established that, but the fact that I started becoming a personality on the internet. Like, straight up, I have gotten some of the weirdest shit so far as a streamer. I had people DM me horny messages thinking they're talking to an actual cartoon. I shit you not. I'm like, but I hate to break it to you, my guy, but my arms aren't actually red. So whatever fan story you're writing in my messages, stop.
No, killing the immersion.
Cease. Die. Do not come back to life. But yeah. Look, it's a price to pay for Faye. And it's something that I had to come to accept before I even went online. Again, because like I said, I had some very bad experiences in my very beginning of doing this. And I decided, you know what, for all the good I want to do, this is a small price, albeit to pay. So, I have come to accept that it will happen. Because if it can happen to someone as wholesome as Jaden, it's gonna happen to somebody as dumb as me. Where I'm going to say some dumb shit someday, and then you guys are gonna be like, alright, clip that, and like, let's turn that into an inside joke that she would inevitably regret. And I'll be like, oh, okay, here we go, guys. So, it will happen. But that's gonna be like, what, 5% of the time compared to all the fun, dumb shit people would do in like Gmod with the base model I give. I'm okay with that. Again, there's always gonna be a negative. So let's not focus on that. Though I do appreciate the concern. Thank you, Matthew. I'll try my best not to do too much of a dumb shit. That's what my friends are for, right, guys?
Yeah, we're here to facilitate dumb shit on the internet.
Oh no, I was talking about you. I was talking about you guys making sure I don't do too much dumb shit on the internet.
That's why I said we'll facilitate it. We will be sure to decide what's allowed to go through and what's a little too dumb.
Lord help me and my personal friends. Solar, are you singing Bo Burnham's Welcome to the Internet in my goddamn chat? Don't stop, keep going. This is an encore. This is the cry for encore. Man, I love that guy so much. I love his work, but every time I watch any of his content, I'm just like, big sad moment. Because Bo Burnham...
I gotta be real. I know that I'm like the only person who has this opinion, but I watched Inside and just, it didn't really do anything for me.
And that's completely fine.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is a pretty good summary of what I saw people doing during the pandemic, I'd say that much. But most of the songs didn't really do much for me except Welcome to the Internet. And Welcome to the Internet was only kind of cool for me because someone I'm subscribed to on YouTube did a cover of it.
I love his work because he did all of that by himself, and as somebody who, you know, loves content creation and does her best to do all the content creation she can, the amount of effort he put in to make it look as well as it did, I appreciate that as a creator standpoint. But I can also relate heavily to all the themes they put in the paper because, fuck, man, that shit hits hard sometimes. The things that he says, because I personally, like, when he was watching his younger self on the screen in that dark room of silence, that hit hard, because I know what it feels like to look back and be like, where did it go? Did I ever tell Chad my reoccurring nightmare? I think I told you, Lana. Didn't I tell you about my reoccurring nightmare?
This sounds familiar, but I can't remember specifics right now. Probably because I'm working on 5 hours of sleep.
The one where it's younger me and
oh yeah. Now I remember this.
Hey Chad, you wanna hear something that's really sad but also kind of funny, but mostly sad? Since the beginning of high school, I think. Was it beginning of high school or the end of middle school? It was one of the two.
Call it the summer between those two. I don't know.
Alright, so when I was this is a reoccurring nightmare I've been having since the beginning of high school. Let's just say that. Is where, you know, like how in elementary school, kids bring in their parents for like show and tell, or like bring your parents to school day, or like, you know, a day basically you get to show off your parents, right? And this nightmare of mine, younger me brought me, you know, the current version of myself, to class, and I'm sitting in the back of the room and I'm just listening to my younger self say all the things that I supposedly have done so far, you know? And all these are all good things. Nothing is like, I'm gonna be rich or anything like that. No, it's like, hey, we solved the water crisis. Hey, we figured out how to make sure food gets to everybody. It's like, and like, I remember this because I was younger me. I remember this and I was like, yeah, this would happen because everything I want to do is good. And everybody likes good. So everybody would help out. And here I am, future me, sitting in the back of the room, and I'm nowhere near any of this. And the dream ends with me walking up to the stage, younger me looking at me, or, you know, big hope in her eyes on what I'm about to say. And I open my mouth, and I'm never, ever able to get a word out. I just wake up. That has been my recurring nightmare. And in COVID, I think I got that once every week. Of just knowing that I have let down the past. And I've never been able to even try to say anything about it. Yeah, that's my reoccurring nightmare, guys. I still have that to this day.
Good stuff.
Huzzah! But yeah. Alright. 2D Amber has been complete. What do you guys think? Oh wait, I forgot.
Let's go, Amber.
Hold on.
Nice references.
Alright. I feel like it's not even like a complete reference, but here we are. Like, that's how bad the character design sometimes is. It's just like, is she done? And you're just like, I think so, bro.
You might be able to fill in the eyes a little bit, but yeah, looks solid.
Okay. That's a big thing of debate, because I talked about this with Steel, and like, it looks terrifying when I fill in her eyes. She looks possessed.
Okay.
So like, for example, look at this. That's terrifying. Is it not?
Yeah, the all white's definitely better.
Yeah, I'm worried about a lot of things, Solar, because I honestly want to do something with my life. And I know what they say, right? Like, as long as you live a good life, you've lived a life, right? But I'm a person who's like, what's the harm in trying to live, you know, in a very ambitious life? My perfect day is still the day I go and adopt my kid. That has never changed. But the journey there, what's the harm in trying? You know what I mean?
Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you land among the stars.
Yeah. So that's my biggest thing. It's just, I want to be able to look at myself at night and be like, you know what? At least you tried. There's a lot of people I know that can't even look at themselves and be like, I tried. And I don't want to be that person.
That's why I'm here.
Landon, no! Bad Landon, bad
I'm
Landon.
here to be your foil.
Landon, no! Bad Landon, bad Landon. Oh,
Ever had a moment in life so awkward that the feeling lingers? I actually physically recoil sometimes at the memories I've had of younger me. I know you're talking about something else entirely, Matthew, but I just saw that and I had to say it.
Yeah, let's see. For me,
Lightning confirmed antagonist. Heck yeah, you know it, man.
Landon confirmed for on antagonist. Oh no.
I am here to stand in the way of Amber. However, I do so that way we can have the character progression. that way we can have the forward movement.
If I just, there's so many things I want to do, and like, I'm just happy to say that fuck it, I'm doing them. I'm trying at least. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not gonna, you know, beat myself over the head for that. What I would do is just like, if you don't even try, yeah, then big sad.
Huge sad.
All right, so we're gonna copy this. Here, I'm gonna put a tiny branding right here. That's not tiny. And I repeat, that's not tiny.
Massive branding.
Massive branding. Wait, no, I'm not that obnoxious yet. Wait, hold on.
Hey man, ABB, always be branding.
Is that actually a thing?
That's a thing I heard in a D&D podcast once, funny enough.
Really? Nice.
Yeah,
But-
it was, well, okay, not technically a podcast, it was a live game that they uploaded to YouTube, but...
Speaking about D&D, I do want to do a campaign. I'm not done talking about that. I will do a campaign one of these days. Mark my word, Zuckerberg. You know?
Someday it will happen. I'm here for it.
Did you hear what I just said?
I don't think I quite caught the end of it.
Mark my word, Zuckerberg. One day I will make a D&D campaign.
Mark Zuckerberg, my words.
Oh man. I heard that somewhere and I was just like, I'm stealing that. Mark my words, Zuckerberg. One day. I was just like, yes. I love that so much.
Okay, so real quick to clarify the reference, it's a good point, Matthew. It was from a game of Acquisitions Incorporated that I heard that clip in. So it was actually talking about like marketing branding, not like cattle branding or something.
Alright. Now it's time for me to open the program that you guys clearly know that I am not afraid of opening. Blender.
And so it begins.
And so it begins. Well, maybe I should first save this, you know. You know, just have a few final touches, you know. Just the basic stuff. What do you mean I'm stalling? I'm not stalling.
Stalling? What are you talking about? I got my car fixed last week.
Oh my god. Speaking about, dude, I went to fill up my car's gas tank at Costco, and I was just like, I cried. It was about $60.
Zoinks, dude.
And I'm just like, I can't.
Yes, Solar. The royalty component to spells is the funniest thing that's ever been implemented into D&D, and I am so freaking... I laughed my butt off when I saw that on the AI spells.
Wait, what?
Okay, so Acquisitions Incorporated. It's basically it's how you run the corporate lifestyle in your fantasy D&D game. It's the funniest crap ever. And essentially, they released a source book a while back, so you could have your own fun with corporate hijinks in the middle of your fantasy game. And they included some spells, and most spells in D&D include a verbal component, a somatic or like hand movement, or a material component. Well, some spells in the Acquisitions Incorporated went a step beyond. They included a royalty component. Every time you cast the spell, you have to pay 1 to 2 gold as a royalty to cast the spell.
Are you shitting me?
It's the
Bro,
funniest thing.
I would
It's
go
so
broke
good.
so fast casting Thunderslap. Or was it Thunderclap?
Yeah, Thunderclap.
Thunderslap. Bitch slap you with thunder.
I mean, Thunderslap would also be an incredible spell, but
I only
Oh.
remember Thunderclap because our DM hated when Jackrabbit ever did that.
Mhm.
It's just like, and Thunder, don't do it, Thunderclap, and you're just like, God damn it.
What are you talking about? It can only be heard from 100 feet away. The rest of the party trying to be stealthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did not kill me off. Because I was a bad player. Because my mission was not to be a good player.
Amber, are you familiar with RPG horror stories?
No, but I am a fan of analog horror.
Okay. There is an entire... Okay, so, to clarify, there is an entire subreddit dedicated to what is referred to as RPG horror stories, and there are tons of YouTubers who have made their living just reading those. Well, not living. I shouldn't say living, because a lot of them are fairly smaller, I guess, comparatively. But what they do on YouTube is they read these stories. Essentially, the idea is that people have had terrible players in their party, or have had terrible DMs, and will talk about their experience on this subreddit and deliver it like this sort of a story.
Landon, I already did that with a fucking AI. We all saw how that turned out.
My point is, all things considered, you are a very, very good player. Because
Fair
I'm
enough,
telling you
yeah.
that you are nowhere close to the bottom of what a player can be. The worst a player can be is so much lower.
Well, I wasn't trying to... Look, I was trying to be a fun dick. I wasn't trying to be an actual dick. Alright? There was a difference between dicketry. Alright, here's...
Yeah, and perhaps I popped off a little too hard. I just wanted an excuse to talk about RPG horror stories.
No, you're fine, you're fine. So there we go. Amber's done. This is Turnabout Amber, so... Now y'all get a reference. Leave me alone.
There
Did
you
I
go, reference. Now let's see the fan art.
Please? Me, I don't even argue, please.
May I have fan arts, please?
Alright, now we gotta relearn Blender. Shit.
Yeah, some of the stories are absolutely insane, Matthew. People will do some of the...
Dude, okay.
There's crossing boundaries and there's, oh my gosh, why RPG horror stories, why?
For me, I found a place down in my college that did D&D, and I was like, oh, I want to play, and then I remembered, I am a girl. In a foreign world.
Yep.
And like, the worst, it's just, the thing that I hate sometimes too, it's like, my physique makes me very likable by weebs. Like, you can...
That's fortunatamente.
What?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I'm like, I guess I'm gonna back off. Dude, okay, my school opened an esports center, and like, alright, it was nice having you, real damn man. Have fun.
Thanks for
Bye.
stopping by, Dan.
Yeah. Had an esports center, and I was just like, there's no way in hell I'm going in opening day. And thank God I didn't. Because 2 girls did, and they immediately left in 30 minutes.
Well, let's go. Love to see it.
Alright. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of people are good people. I'm not by any means discrediting them for that. And I'm fully on board with just the overall experience. But it gets to a point where I'm just like, y'all need to stop and just let us be. There we go. So, I'm gonna be completely honest right now, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. Um,
We turned this into a podcast.
Speaking about podcasts, I wasn't kidding about that. What I want to do
I know you aren't.
Okay, listen, man. What I want to do is I want to do kind of like the Joe Rogan experience, where I have a mic, but I have my 3D character there, so it's a video with what the podcast is the main, aspect of it. Because I love that idea. Because I've been listening to a lot more podcasts now that I'm home. Because my music taste is EDM, which is not really good to listen to when you're trying your best to not lose your mind and just kind of work calmly. It doesn't work.
Not the best, I got you.
Alright. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Okay, alright. Y'all gonna watch me try and fail miserably, so give me 1 second. Because I learned ZBrush instead of Blender. So, I know how to do this in ZBrush, but I lost my license to ZBrush. Go ahead, Matthew. Yeah, remember, this is the chill stream.
Happy lurking.
Happy lurking, my guy.
Material.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. How do I do this? We're not doing subsurface scattering. Air, no. Landon, you're about to watch me learn a program in the most painful way known to man.
Button mashing?
Yeah.
Yep. That's how you learn anything. Just start hitting buttons and see what they do. Try and fail.
I'm trying to find subdivide. Hold on. Okay, so that makes size. And I think I just crashed Blender.
Let's go. Let's go. Crash Blender any percent speed run? That's at least top 20.
I just hit remesh and my computer's frozen. Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe let's that was quick. Yeah. I work with databases, I don't work with programs. Give me 1 second, y'all.
You're streaming, playing music, and working Blender at the same time?
Alright, I'm playing music. I forgot that was a thing.
I'm just imagining your poor RAM right now.
Yeah, bro, hold on. Yeah, it crashed. I'm sorry, Blender. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I gotta kill you, my guy.
Blender, it's been an honor. We'll be back.
It's that meme of that guy with a gun and tears going down his eyes.
Yeah.
Alright. Blender, I'm shedding you to a Shadow Realm. Please go away. Thank you. Man.
Sending you to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, please, what are your specs? Let's see. What are my specs? I spent too much Oh, I also have the video still playing in the background. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's see. My specs. So let's see. System specs. There's a connection issue. That's not good. Let's try that again. All right. So my CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X. My GPU is the new NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. My motherboard is the Asus, or Asus, or however you pronounce
Sus?
it. God.
Asus? Amber Sus? Something to think about.
Thank God we do not live in a creator house, because I would have just barged into your room and screamed, Land! And I have 16 gigabytes of G-Skill RAM, R4 RAM. And then I have so many audio plugins, it is literally hell. And my default clock speed is 3,493, yeah.
3,493.
Yes. MHz, which I think is megahertz. I don't remember. I'm not good with hardware. I just told
MHD or just HZ?
MHz.
Yeah, it's probably megahertz then.
Yeah. Listen, is it overkill? Probably. But remember, I worked till my hands bled to get this. And I also got it before the shit hit the fan for software buyers. No, hardware buyers. So yeah.
Before graphics cards became impossible to purchase?
Yeah, that. So, does it sound like overkill? Absolutely. But it's overkill.
Small price to pay for content.
Yeah. So it's a little overkill, but I worked my ass off for it, so I'm not gonna apologize for it. If that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm worth it, damn it.
I'm worth it, damn it. I worked until my hands bled, damn it. So, yes. Is it overkill? Absolutely. Is it overkill that I'm proud of? Yeah. Where is Steel? I thought we summoned the boy.
I DM'd him earlier, but he still isn't online.
Oh, god damn it, Steel. You had one
Steel
job.
could very easily still be asleep.
That is the thing that scares me. Is the fact that Steel could probably sleep through, I would even say, an earthquake.
Oh, in fact, I have slept through an earthquake.
Oh yeah, that little earthquake that went through our
yeah. So, let's see. It would have been about let me see. I think it was about 7 years ago now. Wow, I'm old. Anyways,
bro,
about 7 years ago, there
then.
was an earthquake that went through the town I grew up in, which was not known to have earthquakes, so it was a bit new. And I came downstairs and I saw my mom really concerned, and she was like, "Did you experience that earthquake this morning?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" And when I went to school, it's what everyone was talking about, and I'm like, "There was an earthquake last night?" I was, what? What earthquake? What are y'all talking about? It was the weirdest experience to just see people like talking terrified about something that happened, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, it was crazy.
So yeah, I slept through an earthquake. And it wasn't like a super massive earthquake, but you know, it's weird for the region I grew up in to get earthquakes.
For me, I think I was closer to when it actually went off, because literally my house shook. It was like, I think a car just hit my home.
Oh, that would be what you think, yeah.
And I was just like, and the first thing I did was like, I checked on my brother, and I was just like, "Bro, are you okay?" The dumbass is still asleep. I'm like, fair enough, my guy, fair enough. And then I went to my dad, and I'm just like, "Yo, you okay?" And he's just like, "Huh?" And he's on his tablet just watching. Just watching, I don't know, like his version of Netflix or something. I don't know, like something Wall Street Journal-ish.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I think okay. No, I did not crash Blender. So why, Blender, I beg of you, work.
Work with me, Blender.
Alright, okay. You know what? Alright. No, I'm not gonna save you because you're not working. If this isn't work one more time, I'm gonna lose it. When I mean by lose it, I mean I'm just gonna go offline, cry a little, and watch Blender Guru's donut video.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see. Or, I mean, do you want to do something? Or, because it's almost lunchtime, technically. Like, you want us to wrap it up? Or...
I think we do want to wrap it up pretty soon here. I don't have plans immediately after this, but I do want to get ready kind of soon.
Okay, well, I mean, we finished what we set out to do, and it's this.
We have a reference for Amber.
We have a reference for 2D Amber. So, I think we can call it good. Honestly, here. And then I will come back maybe next week with the base model built out for 3D Amber. Because that means I have worked my way through bashing my head against the computer and figuring out how Blender works. So, hopefully you guys liked the stream. It was kind of different. It was a little more chill. Thanks for joining us, Mikulio.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the stream. It was lovely to talk to you all.
Yeah, we went through a lot today. We went through stats, peer review studies, the necessity of college, and potential Amber lore. That's really not Amber lore because Amber refuses to give actual canonical lore. Alright, thank you, Mikulio. You too.
Oh yeah, we got a ton of winter holidays coming up next week, so we probably won't have stream next week, will we?
I'm gonna sit down and talk to everyone because
Okay.
I'm okay streaming. I just want to make sure I'm not encroaching on anyone's holiday plans. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We will let you guys know, hopefully before a day's notice.
You'll
Alright.
find out eventually.
You'll find out soon.
If you don't see the stream start in the first 5 minutes, give it another 5. That's our usual pace.
Yeah. By the way, did you mean to not have a nose on animated Amber? I decided I love the nose because it does give more like definition to the character, Mikulio. But at the same time, if I want to have her true, like, let's be honest, if I put a nose on this character, it's gonna look weird. Like, hold on. This just doesn't look right. It looks too much like a villager from what's it called?
Animal Crossing?
From Animal Crossing, the little dot nose. And I personally think this looks better, and also if I want her to do the red eye transformation, it's gonna be easier just to cut the face without the nose in the way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick with the no nose for now. Worst case scenario, because like I said, Amber has gone through a lot of changes thus far. Remember in the very beginning, we started with 2D Amber, and then we came to hyper-realistic Amber, and then we're going back to 2D Amber, and we have all done this in the span of literally in a year. We did this all in 1 year, didn't we?
I think it's about it. Yeah, I think we worked this out earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
About a year.
in about a year. So we're slowly coming to what Amber is, and I think from what I can tell, everybody likes this 2D style a lot. So we're gonna run with it for now, and you know, changes will happen. Maybe I'll add some wrinkle maps and stuff like that. But it seems so far that the nose is not a go-go. So yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Take care, y'all.
All right, and it's done.